Sorry, sir.
Hi guys, good evening to everyone.
Very good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Any new joining? Okay, anyone joined today? I think 2 people joined today. Okay. Okay, so far we have discussed about enterprise structure, right? So all the configurations we have done yesterday. So all the configurations we had done yesterday. And the today's concept is global settings. So let me bring up my screen right now. I think I already shared my screen. Okay. The concept is global settings. Yesterday, so we explained about enterprise structure and configuration, and today's session is global settings. Okay. So what are the configurations that we need to do in the global setting? So today I'm going to explain. So let me brief some of the configurations today we are going to discuss. First configuration is we need to define the fiscal year variant. Fiscal year variant. Second one is, so after creation of fiscal year variant in SAP system, then we need to assign to company code. Assign fiscal year variant to company code. The next one should be define posting period variants. After creation of posting period variants, so we need to assign variants to company code. The next configuration is opening and closing posting periods. And the next configuration is field status, define field status variant. Assignment of field status variant to company code. Okay, so please read out this configuration for the 2 minutes. So after that, I will take a session. So just read out this terminology, okay, for your better understanding. Just read out. 2 minutes. Okay. Let's start.
Sir, for this FSV stand for FSV.
where FSC field status variant. Okay, field status variant. FSC means field status variant. Okay, first we will talk about fiscal year variant. So what exactly the fiscal year variant that we can discuss right now? See guys, generally for one accounting period, how many posting periods are there? For one accounting period, how many posting periods will be there? Tell me.
But 12-month period.
12 months, sir.
It is 12 months,
Right?
12 months, sir.
12 posting periods.
Yeah.
So 12 posting periods. We can call it as a 12 posting periods, right? But SAP has given additionally 4 special posting periods. It has given additionally how many posting periods? 4. So in SAP, how many total posting periods we have? 16. Okay, why the 4 special posting periods? What is the usage?
Closing entries, adjustment entries.
Sorry, can you come again?
4 main
You are
period
saying
for
something.
adjustment.
You are saying something, so please go
Month-end
ahead.
year-end adjustments.
Okay, year-ending adjustments are correct. See guys, totally how many posting periods we have in SAP? 16 posting periods. So 12 posting periods are general common posting periods, normal posting periods. So every accounting period has 12 posting periods. And additionally, SAP has provided 4 special posting periods. Total how many posting periods we have? 16 posting periods, right? 16 posting periods we have. So what is the usage? Why these special posting periods? Why is these special posting periods? So in order to correct the adjustments, see year-ending adjustments. So for example, after year-end, so when generally year-ending will be happen 31st March, right? On 31st March, financial statements should be prepared. So financial statements are nothing but profit and loss account, balance sheet, and cash flow statements, and this should be audited by chartered accountants. There should be some date will be there. So maybe June or July. So auditor will come and sign the financial statements, right? So if auditor says any corrections are required for the back end period, then in SAP we have an option to open the back periods also even if the financial statement is closed up. Okay, so once the financial statements are closed, and so if auditor says something need to amend or need to change, okay, any adjustment entry that we need to pass, so that case we need to open the special posting periods. Okay, so on 31st March, so up to 12 posting periods will be there. After that, April, May, June, July, up to July you can correct the previous periods also. Okay, so you can also post any adjustment entries and correction, anything you want to do that, so you can have an option in SAP. So audit corrections, any tax adjustments, or accrual and deferral entry postings. For this point of view, so we need these special posting periods. Okay, so the SAP has given 16 posting periods, and 12 posting periods are normal and regular posting periods, and additionally SAP provided 4 special posting periods, so total 16 posting periods in SAP, right? And for Indian companies, see Indian companies, so books will be starting from 1st April 2022 and it should be closed 31st March. Okay, 31st March 2022, right? So books will be closed 31st March 2022. So you can have a look at right now. For 1st April 2022 to okay, December 31st December 2022. So there are 9 months will be there. Okay. So after that, new year will be started for January, for Jan, Feb, and March. Okay. So new year, that means 2023 will be started, right? So here 1st April to 31st March is our accounting period. So one accounting period. So this has one variant. Okay. So variant posting field status variant. So variants are always defined at the client level. So variants are at client level. Client level means highest level. Okay. So always variants are defined at the client level. Client level means highest level, right? So Jan, February, March. Okay. So here, so year is shifting. So for Indian accounting periods, you can see. So for 12 posting periods, so here 1st April to 31st March, only 9 months, right? So after that, so Jan, February, March, so total 12 posting periods, right? So here the year is shifting. So for Indian company codes, year is shifting because we are starting our books from 1st April 2022 and the books will be closed in so 2023, right? So here I am given wrongly 2023. So year is shifting. Okay, so it depends upon the year and the periods are also differing and year also changing. That case it is called as a year independent. Sorry, year dependent. Depends upon the periods and year dependent. Okay, and so here in SAP how we can define, so 1st April to 31st March plus 4 special posting periods. So overall how much? 16 posting periods. So what is the variant for Indian company codes? V3 variant. Okay. So V3 is the standard variant. So this is V3. Means it's a standard variant. V3 is a standard variant. Okay. So this has been given by our SAP. So in SAP package, it's already created in SAP system. There is no need to create anything in the SAP. So V3 is already there. This variant is already fixed. There is no need to create. It's a standard, right? It's a standard means SAP has given already this variant. That means it's a standard. We need to, we cannot do any customizations for this place. V3 is the standard variant like that. So for US company codes, for USA company codes, year is generally financial books start from 1st Jan 2022 and it will be ended. So year will be ended 31st December 2020. That means how many posting periods? 12 posting periods. Okay. So additionally, SAP has given 4. Then how many posting periods we have? 16 posting periods. So for USA company codes, how many posting periods? 16. See, this 16 is common for every company code which are located outside India or India. So 16 is common. SAP has given 16 posting periods. That's finally. But what is the difference that we can notice over here? So for USA company code, The variant is V3 for Indian company code. Variant is V3. This is the standard one. So for USA company code, variant is K4. Some of the countries, their accounting period will be start from 1st June, and some of the companies, their accounting starts from 1st July. In that case, the variant should be different. It should not be same in all cases. Okay. So for the time being, I'm taking one example. One is Indian company code and the second one is US company code. For Indian company code, so here so books will be started from 1st April and it should be ended on 31st March 2023. Okay, so V3 variant, it is completely depends upon the periods, and the year is also shifting and periods also differ. So that case it is called as a year dependent. For USA company code, so the year is not shifting, the periods are same. So this case, so this is called as a year independent. Year independent. So periods and year is not shifting in USA company codes. It is year independent. So this is one of the interview question. So most of the case, the interview will ask you in which cases year dependent and year independent things will be happen. So you can say directly these two areas, right? So the now question, one scenario I will make out right now. So this is one scenario asked me 3 years back in one interview. So I have 10 company codes. Okay. So Indian fiscal year variant is V3. Okay, only one variant is there, V3. Now the question is, shall I assign this fiscal year variant all company codes? Question. Can anyone suggest? So can you assign these 10 company codes to one variant or not? So please suggest.
Sir, if all the company codes are in India, then we can assign this.
Okay. What's your name?
Sir, Sandeep.
Sandeep. Okay, right. So anyone wants to discuss anything over here?
Same.
Same.
The same thing. If the companies are like we don't know. If the company is bigger, branches will be extended to branches can be in India also and in other countries also.
Okay.
So that time physical year variants can be different. So one physical variant can, if all companies are within India, then we can assign one physical year variant to all companies.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Sir,
See,
it's period of-
almost yeah.
Actually, all the company codes are not established at the same time, because some company codes are there for 9 months, so we cannot assign this code to all the companies.
Okay. Fine. Okay, guys. So here the question is, shall I assign one fiscal year variant to all company codes? Okay. So here I didn't mention. So these company codes are relevant to India or other than India. Okay. So I didn't mention that these 10 company codes are completely associated with the Indian company codes or not. I didn't say. So here, so first we need to segregate how many company codes are there in India and how many company codes are there in outside the country. So that segregation is very, very important, right? So here, let's say for example, I have 5 company codes. These company codes are completely Indian company codes. Then you can assign this fiscal year variant to these 5 company codes, because so it is located in India only. So in India generally, so 1st April, so your accounting period starts with 1st April and should be ended in 31st December next year, right? So we need to ask the interviewer, so how many company codes are belongs to Indian and how many company codes are not relevant to India. So those things we need to segregate based upon the country. We need to give that variant. Okay, we need to assign the variant. Okay. See, for Indian company codes, year is shifting. So Jan, February, March, year shift is there. First USA company, for USA company code, there is no year shift, right? It's done. So first point is fiscal year variant. What is fiscal year variant? So fiscal year variant, variants are defined at client level. Okay, whenever I talk about variant, that means it's a highest level. Okay, so in India, one accounting period has 12 posting periods, but SAP has additionally 4. That means we have 16 posting periods in SAP. So why the special posting periods are required? Any audit corrections, any tax adjustments, any approval deferral entry postings. So that case, SAP has provided these special posting periods. So generally, if you can look out Indian companies, so Indian company codes, generally it starts with 1st April 2022 and ends so 31st March 2023, right? So here 1st April 2022, 31st December, totally 9 months. So here is not shifting, but so when in 31st March our books will be closed. So that case year is shifting, right? So for Indian company code, year shift that we can see, year shift is there. Okay, for USA company code, so we cannot see such year shifts. All time year shift can be denoted as a -1. So -1 means year is shifting. So 0 means year is not shifting. SAP we can denote minus. Once the year is shifting, then we can denote it as a minus. Okay. Now the question is, what is the posting period variance? Why these posting period variants are required? So whenever I say variant, that means it's a highest level. Okay. So what is variant? What is posting period variant? So in order to open and to close the periods, we need one variant. Okay, we need one variant. One variant is required. One variant is required. So in order to open and close, generally opening and closing activities will be done every month, and year ending, year time also happen, right? So period opening and period closing will be happen, and so these things will be happen in year starting, I mean every month, and year ending also. So this is very important thing so to learn, because so posting period variant is very important to open the periods and close the periods. So without this variant, we cannot open and we cannot close. Okay, so let's say, for example, so April, July, August, September. Okay, so our book start from this 2nd, 3rd, okay, 4th, 5th, 6th. You know the period is 6th period. Okay, so we are using 6th period right now, September, right? August is already closed. So 2 days back, August periods are closed. That means all the previous periods are closed. All the previous all the financial statement has been closed for all the previous periods. Right now, we need to post in September. Okay, So not the previous ones. So the previous ones posting periods is already completed, and right now we will post only current period. In current period we need to post the transactions. In whatever the transactions are happened, so that we need to post on the current period only. Okay, and when the current period will be closed, so this 13th, so current posting period, I mean September posting period will be closed, and the next period, 7th period, will be open. So in order to close and open the periods, we need one variant. Okay, so in order to open and in order to close the periods, it's a month ending activity and year ending activity. Okay, every month we need to close the books and every month we need to open the books. Okay, so that means one side periods are closing and one side, and the next day we are opening the new periods. So September month is closing, then October month should be open. This is one of the month ending activity. Okay, and year ending activity also there. So every year, so we need to close the books. Okay, we need to finalize the financial statements. Okay, so that case, so entire book should be closed on year end. So year ending activities also there in SAP, and month ending activities also there in SAP. Every month, if you are in support project, so you will have to perform month ending activities. Okay, month ending activities you will have to perform, and as of your support project, if you are in support project, so definitely you will be participating in the month ending activity. Let's say if you are in the year ending activity, so you are also part of doing year ending activity. So month end and year end will comes under the support project. Okay, support project it should be comes under the support project. So April, May, June, July, right? So what I am saying here, so this is variance. Variance are always defined at client level. So posting period variant is very much helpful to open the periods and closing the periods. That's it. This is the purpose. Okay, so to open the periods and close the periods, we need one variant. So that variant is called as a posting period variant. So once you create the posting period variant,
Posting period may be for month only, or it may be for year also.
yeah, see, without posting period variant, we cannot open the periods and we cannot close the periods. Okay, so for that point of view, in order to open and close the periods, we need one posting period variant. That's it. So that we need to define an SAP system. Once you create the posting period variant, okay, so for which company code you need to assign that? Let's say it is in Indian company code. Okay, you are created posting period variant for Indian company code. Then you need to assign the all Indian company codes if client wants. Okay, so one posting period variant can be assigned to multiple company codes which are located in India. Okay, so so without, see, if the posting period variant is different for another country, then we should not assign. Okay, so if you are defined posting period variant for Indian company code, then you should not assign that posting period variant to another company codes which are located outside the country. Okay. See, opening and closing is this is also we have finished up right now. Opening and closing, this is one of the month ending activity. Okay, so periods, opening and closing is the month ending activity and year ending activity. For this we need one variant. Okay, every month we need to open the new books and we will have to close the financial statements. Okay, so for opening and closing, so we need posting period variant. So without this posting period variant, you cannot do this activity. Okay, you cannot do the opening and closing posting periods. And field status variant. So what is field status variant? I will tell you right now. let's say for example, so you can take an example as exam form. So tell me what are the basic requirements to fill the exam form. The first one is first name. Okay. The second one is last name, and third one is middle name. Okay, this is last name, right? And then you need to fill the date of birth, and you need to fill the exam date, and father name. Let's say if any father name is there here. Okay. So here the first name is Star, and the middle name is blank. So last name is Star. Father name is optional. So date of birth is exam date. Tell me what is the difference between star and optional.
Sir, the artistic symbols shows that it's the mandatory fields.
Okay, star mark is a mandatory field.
Mandatory fields
So, like if you are
nothing but required.
Okay.
and the empty fields are optional.
Okay.
Optional, yes.
See, here one is mandatory and the second one is optional, right? The first name is mandatory and the middle name is optional. Great. So, tell me, so if I am not giving the mandatory option, what happens?
While posting any entries,
It can be left if it is not mandatory.
Tell me what happened.
sir, it will not go to another section. We have to fill it.
No, man. So if you are not giving the mandatory option, mandatory field, so you are not giving the field name mandatory, what generally system will throw? Error, right? Initially system will throw an error. Okay, so please
Yes, sir,
fill
yes.
the first name, right? So like that in SAP, okay, in SAP, so we have done configuration for particular GL account, right? So how we can say, see, now rent account is there and bank account is there. See, rent account, so debit and this is credit, right? So now the client wants for this rent account, business area is mandatory, okay, and cost center is mandatory, and profit center is mandatory, okay. So for this bank account, so business area is mandatory, cost center is not required, and profit center is also not required, okay. So then where we can do this configuration? So that means business area is a mandatory and cost center is also mandatory and profit center is a mandatory for rent account. For bank account, so this is not mandatory and this is not mandatory, only business area is mandatory. So this is one scenario. So how we can do this configuration? So we can do in this field status variant. So field status variant have field groups. I will tell you some of the scenarios in this area. Once the sessions, once the GL posting has been done, then I will tell you in practical way, okay, in the system also. But right now, just understand the concept. See, define field status variant, right? So field status variant contain field groups. So these field groups are directly linked with the GL accounts. Okay, if you are posting any transaction with the GL account, so this field status group is linked. Okay, in this field group, what are the fields are required? Fields means BA, cost center, profit center. These are called as the fields, account assignments. And what field is mandatory? What field is optional? Where we can control in the field status variant only. Got it, right? So field status variant contain field groups. These field groups are directly linked with the GL account. If client says for a particular GL account, cost centers are mandatory. For GL accounts, profit centers are mandatory. So where we can do this? Okay, where we can do this? For those things we can do it in the field status variant only. Okay, field status variant, field groups. So these field groups are directly linked with the GL account. That is the reason whatever the fields which you can which you maintained as a optional and suppress and required. So those things you can do it. Those things we can control. This field status variant directly control the document. Document means, so while posting the transaction, so the SA document, general ledger document, accounts payable document, accounts receivable document. So credit memo is one kind of document. So that means field status variant control the document. So field status variant control the document. Once you create the field status variant, then the next step would be you need to assign field status variant to company code, respect to company codes. Okay, so this is all about SAP global settings. Okay, this is all about SAP global settings. So tomorrow we have one more session. Okay, tomorrow we have one more session, if it is possible. So the same timing, we have one more session. So I will do all the configuration for these global settings. Okay, so today we have discussed only fiscal year variant. Okay, after creation of fiscal year variant, the next step would be assign fiscal year variant to company code, and then the next step should be so fiscal then posting period variant. So after that, so assign posting period variant to company code. So opening and closing periods, field status creation of field status variant, then assignment of field status variant to company. So I will share you one document right away. So in that all the theoretical aspects clearly mentioned with the T codes also there. See guys, today, so you prepare that document in theoretical, and last session, in last session, we already shared documents and video also. Okay, so please complete that assignments. Okay, I didn't see any assignments in this place. I don't know how many people have finished up the assignments. By tomorrow, you people need to finish up entire assignments. Okay, and send the screenshots immediate basis. 1 minute. Enterprise structure. So I am sharing you the document. Okay, so the screen is already shared. Maybe you have technical glitch. So please check your network. I think Vinay. So please check your network and watch the video. So because it's already recorded. So once the session is ended up, so then automatically you will find the recording video every time. Okay. And I think people are not shared any screenshots in this group. The first time I'm watching this kind of things right now. See guys, so whatever the assignments I'm
shared, sir, I shared the recently.
Sorry.
Tanay sir, Tanay here. I shared in the chat box.
Okay. Okay. See, once you finish it, please share your screenshot. Tanay has already shared, right? So assignments is very mandatory. Okay. So our training is completely different because so I will help you out till you learn. Okay. After that, so you will have to make I will have to done all the assignments which I am giving right away. Okay. So complete all the assignments. So send the screenshots. So for the new people, see guys, already we uploaded videos in YouTube channel. Okay, up to first day to day 9th period we already uploaded. Okay, so please watch that videos and finish up by tomorrow. Okay, I think you guys are already watching. See, send the screenshots immediate basis and complete the assignments. Okay, if you are facing any difficulty, then share your screen and show me. So we are where you are just stuck in that place. Okay, at least I can help you out. Okay, if you are getting any trouble, anything, just share your screen and notify. Definitely we will resolve the issue in the class. Okay, so some of the people got access today, understand, but by tomorrow everyone finish up all the practical sessions. All the practical sessions means we have taken only one practical session and finished up enterprise structure entirely. So please complete that enterprise structure and share the screenshot in the chat box. That is mandatory, everyone. Okay, and for some of the people I didn't take the basic what we call basic assignments. So roles and responsibilities, right? So people not explain. So anyone is there right now to explain? Okay, so new people. So we already given some assignments. Okay, so just read out the roles and responsibility of SAP FICO consultant and explain tomorrow if it is possible, and finish up all the assignments. Okay, and send the screenshot in the chat. Okay, see, if you are not making any efforts, and definitely it will make impact, and coming classes you cannot be understand. So that is the reason you just make sure that so your assignment should be completed in time and all time. So you should be ready with fresh drill. Okay, or else so you cannot catch up my sessions, right? So and even I'm giving 3 days off, so you need to utilize that. And for Telugu batches, I didn't give any holidays or any leaves. For English batch, because of time availability, so we are giving 3 days off. So you just utilize that and complete all the assignments. Okay. Okay, this is my side, and if you want to ask any questions or anything, then you can feel free to ask me. And if you are struggling anywhere or stuck in any place to doing the configuration and all, you can also share the screenshot, share your screen, and I will rectify the issue. Anything want to discuss?
Sir, good evening, sir. I have a doubt. Noor
Yes,
this
ma'am.
side. Yes, sir. As we have discussed the enterprise structure yesterday, it was
Okay.
all about the company configuration and all.
Uh-huh.
And today, coming to this, what we call
Global settings.
global settings, is there
Okay.
any reason behind that, sir? Why it is specifically known as global settings?
Yes. See, generally in SAP, around 21 to 23 configurations, basic configurations are very much required for every module. Okay. So without creating this, we cannot post any single entry in SAP system. These are all pillars. Okay. So basic configurations, global setting and enterprise structure, these are the basic configurations which are very vital for next level. So without this, we cannot make any single entry in SAP system. So several kind of errors will be come up. So if you have not done these configurations. Okay.
Okay. So like I mean, I guess I didn't get the exact answer. Like my question was wrong. Like yesterday's, it was completely about company configuration related to company and all. And
See,
what does
these
this term
configuration
global
will be,
settings mean?
yeah, you will come to know each and everything once you post the transaction in the SAP system. Okay.
Yeah,
So once
yeah.
you are going to post any transaction, and what is the periods? Okay, if you are not giving proper way, if you are not doing the configuration in the backend for the period configurations, global settings configurations like period posting period configuration, or any assignment was missing, then so errors will be coming.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, sir. That part is I'm very clear with that part. The only thing is global settings. Why the term is given to that? Only that
Okay,
question.
so, so why they have been given global setting? This is associated with all the modules. Okay, it is linkage
Okay.
with all, not only FI. So without doing this configuration, you cannot post any transaction, any module. Not
Okay,
only
sir.
FI,
Now.
even you cannot do configurations. You cannot create a purchase order, even if you have not completed this configuration. It is
Okay, sir.
linkage with all.
Other modules as well. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay, sir. Fine. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, guys, if there is no question, I will wind up the session. And so only one thing that you need to do from your side is just share your screenshot in the chat box. Okay, so that is very vital. And so we will analyze who is doing these configurations or not, who are in the up to date or not in up to date. So those things we can analyze at least. Okay, if you are not sending, that means it will impact on your performance. Right? Yes.
Sir, I joined today only, sir. Can you post the
Okay, Vinay, no
previous?
problem. Okay, so you can finish up by Monday. Okay, so Sunday we have already holiday, so you just complete those configurations by Monday. Okay.
Okay, sir. Can you post the previous assignments also?
Sir, is there a tomorrow class or not?
Yeah, tomorrow is class is already there. Okay, I will do some
Okay.
configurations, global settings
Right.
configurations. We will finish up tomorrow. Okay, I will notify in the chat box. Okay, just to follow the chat box. Okay.
Okay, right. Thank you. Right.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Good night. Yeah.
Have a nice day, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.